She found the folder labeled termination evidence 3 days before he filed the complaint. Inside were fake screenshots, fabricated witness statements, and a timeline of harassment that never happened. He thought he had planned the perfect betrayal. He had no idea she was already 10 steps ahead. Maya Chen had built everything that gym owner Derek Morrison claimed as his success. When she joined Peak Performance Fitness 5 years ago, it was a struggling warehouse gym with 12 members and equipment held together with duct tape. Maya transformed it. She created nutrition programs, designed training protocols, and built a client base of over 200 dedicated members. She worked 70-hour weeks and never asked for equity she deserved. But here's where it gets interesting. Derek had been watching her success with growing resentment. He saw how clients specifically requested Maya. How they followed her social media instead of the gym's. How they called her their trainer, not his employee. And 3 weeks before she found that folder, he made a decision that would ultimately destroy everything he had. What he did next would set off a chain of events nobody could have predicted. Derek's plan was devastatingly simple. He would file a sexual harassment complaint against Maya, claiming multiple male clients had reported inappropriate touching during training sessions. The accusations would be detailed enough to seem credible but vague enough to be impossible to disprove. Once her reputation was destroyed, her clients would have nowhere to go except stay with his gym. He spent 2 weeks crafting the evidence. Fake text messages created with editing software. Fabricated statements from clients he knew had already stopped coming. A timeline that painted Maya as a predator who had been grooming members for months. But Derek made one critical mistake. He confided in his front desk manager, a woman named Priya who had watched Maya mentor struggling clients for free. Who had seen her stay late to help single mothers train around their schedules. And if you're wondering how Maya found that folder, you already know the answer. Priya sent her a text at 11:30 that night. Just 3 words. Check his office. Now here's where most people would have panicked. They would have confronted Derek. Maybe even quit before the accusation was filed. But Maya wasn't most people. She spent that entire night photographing every document in that folder. And then she put everything back exactly where she found it. The next morning, she walked into work with a smile and a coffee for Derek. And she started building her case. For the next 3 months, Maya recorded every interaction. Every staff meeting where Derek contradicted himself about client complaints. Every conversation where he praised her training methods publicly while preparing to destroy her privately. She documented his pattern of pressuring other female trainers who had left. She found 4 former employees who had similar stories of being pushed out when they became too successful. But Maya knew evidence alone wouldn't be enough. She needed Derek to execute his own plan and hang himself with his own lies. So she waited. And she watched. And she let him think he was winning. Derek filed the complaint on a Friday afternoon. He called Maya into his office with a performance of concern so convincing it deserved an award. He told her that several male clients had come forward with disturbing allegations. That he was legally required to suspend her pending investigation. That she should probably get a lawyer. Maya played her part perfectly. She cried. She protested her innocence. She begged him to tell her who had accused her. And when he refused, citing confidentiality, she left the building looking exactly as broken as he wanted her to look. But that Sunday morning, something happened that Derek didn't expect. Maya sent a single email to every client in the gym's database. 237 people received a message that didn't mention accusations or drama. It simply said she was starting her own training business and included her new contact information. By Monday morning, 112 clients had responded saying they would follow her anywhere. And here's the part that changes everything. Derek's wife Sarah found that email thread. But here's what nobody expected. Sarah wasn't just Derek's wife. She was the gym's accountant. She had access to every financial record, every employee file, and every email that passed through the business server. And when she started digging into why her husband had just suspended his star trainer, she found the folder he thought he had hidden. She found the fabricated evidence, the fake screenshots, and something else that made her blood run cold. Derek had done this before. Twice. 2 other female trainers over the past 8 years. Both had been pushed out with similar accusations that were quietly dropped after they resigned. Both had been forced to sign non-disclosure agreements to receive their final paychecks. And both had gone on to struggle finding work in the fitness industry because of whispered rumors Derek had spread. Sarah called Maya that Tuesday night. The conversation lasted 3 hours. And when it ended, Derek's marriage wasn't the only thing that was over. Sarah agreed to testify about everything she had found. Every document. Every pattern. Every lie her husband had told for nearly a decade. The next 2 weeks were surgical. Maya's lawyer sent Derek a letter that listed every piece of evidence they had compiled. The fabricated screenshots. The recorded conversations where he admitted the complaints were exaggerated. The testimony from 4 former employees. And most damaging of all, Sarah's willingness to testify about the pattern she had discovered in the gym's own records. The letter gave Derek 48 hours to withdraw all accusations, provide a written apology, and sign a statement admitting he had fabricated evidence to force out a successful employee. His response was exactly what Maya had predicted. He doubled down. He called her lawyer's bluff and filed an emergency motion to expedite the harassment investigation. He was so confident in his own lies that he couldn't imagine anyone would believe Maya over him. But Derek had forgotten one crucial detail. Maya had been training clients in that community for 5 years. She had attended their weddings, celebrated their fitness milestones, helped them through divorces and health scares. And every single one of them was about to speak up. The hearing happened on a Thursday morning. Derek walked in expecting to defend against Maya's defamation claims. What he found instead was a courtroom containing 47 of his former clients. Each one prepared to testify about Maya's professionalism. Each one holding printed copies of the fabricated text messages that were supposedly from them. Text messages they had never sent. From phone numbers they had never owned. The judge's expression when she reviewed the evidence told Derek everything he needed to know. His lawyer requested a recess after 15 minutes. By lunch, Derek had signed a settlement agreement that would define the rest of his life. Full withdrawal of all accusations. Written admission of fabricating evidence. Payment of Maya's legal fees plus damages. And because Sarah had provided her own testimony about the previous victims, a public statement acknowledging his pattern of behavior would be